NFL 19. Week 16 we're looking at. We're playing the Detroit Lions at Detroit. Team has 2 key injuries. El Woods and Aqib Talib are still injured, but they'll be back wild card round. But I don't think I'm playing in that game, so they'll be back in the division round. Which, I mean, 13-1. Yo, that one game. Z, is that home field? Is that clinching home field? Points allowed 156. Yikes. Points for. I'm number 2, even though I played 6-minute quarters. I lost on the road. Who did I lose to? I don't even remember. Who did I lose to? We lost to the LA Rams by 6. That's slightly annoying. But anyways, we're gonna get right into this game. Offense is all good to go. No injuries currently, I think. Just El Woods and Aqib Talib. 84. Very nice. We're going to take with the win and we're going to receive. Doesn't make any sense, but we're going to do that. Beat your rivals, get 4 sacks, and no rushing TDs. Who's their offense against Blitz? Doug Baldwin. 40 catches. 40 catches. Russell Wilson. Pat Mahomes, though. Man, this man's tearing it up in the real life right now. 64 catches, 1,600 yards. 1,600 yards for this man. Saquon Barkley. Alright. That's your guy, Saquon. Aqib Talib's not playing, but
can McCaffrey
skip this
do
intro.
it again?
Let's get right
First
into
opened in
Ford
2002.
Field.
There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
10th career sack, huh? Let's play a 2 to start. Hendricks. Baldwin, Beasley. Golladay.
Now the rookie first rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's Mahomes.
Come on, Bradham.
Nigel
Don't just back that away. That needs to be a pick.
Right there on the coverage.
Do that right to you. That needs to be a pick, bro.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route,
very basic
the defense finds a way to knock it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Patrick.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
All right. Inside split. Aaron Donald. Ooh. This is not going to be a fun game.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 18. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 18 carries, 131 yards.
And while they locked up the #1 seed last week, I don't expect them to change what they do in the running game. I expect them to continue to play the exact same way, but with a change up in personnel, because they want to make sure that their #1 guy has fresh legs for the playoffs.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
I think he's going to have fresh legs.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now it's Wilson. Open man. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
This D-line.
13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
What is this?
So we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it.
They're stopping the run. They're coming with the... Okay.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Guess what?
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those.
Your safety bailed out. I'm going to just throw it right into that empty space.
Gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A gain of 32 that time.
Because, I mean, even if your quarterback sits back in the zone,
how about the way they flip field position there?
There's still space where your safety vacated.
They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
You know? So.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
I don't know if I'm being too patient or what is happening here, but I'm not. You know, the biggest run so far I have is that 6 yards, and that's not good.
On second down, here's Wilson.
Through the ball, come on. Oh, disengage your block. Oi.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Play this game in too long.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make fives.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Oh, that's
picked up by John Johnson.
Saquon is not
he's at the 30. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
I got that zone.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 69 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
See that?
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half. So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction. On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time. And now it's 1st and 10. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Going underneath for Lewis. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Where are you going? Where you at?
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Fake this again?
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. And Bryant's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal.
Oh, my goodness. Clear that out.
14-play drive, you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They clinch the top spots to the road to the Super Bowl. It runs through them. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 46 yards.
14.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's
inside the 35, I'm going for. I'm not even kicking
to
it.
Take out of the game. Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. So they are holding down one of the final wild card spots. And with 2 weeks to go, there are others kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And imagine what the talk has been all week within their locker room. And it's really, let's rely on ourselves because they could get help and still get to the playoffs. But who wants that? Go out, win the game, take care of things yourself, and then you don't have anything else to worry about.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green.
Mahomes will try again on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Mahomes now to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here.
Snap the ball, come on.
The NFL.
I don't want that free 5 yards. Snap the ball. Let's get that play off. Let's go.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there? Yeah, maybe that extra, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And nearly picked off.
Bring the heat too. All right.
Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Don't hold.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Wilson. Man open left side is Brown.
Game today.
And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Now Wilson on first down. Got some real estate inside the 30. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing is Wilson, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Sorry, McCaffrey. You're not running.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to bounce that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get
my quarterback
whistles
bailed.
and a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On On second down, here's Mahomes. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On third down, Barkley.
Where are we going?
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
I'm trying to get another one before the halftime.
And now out comes Minnesota. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Undercut it?
Picked off at the 45. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Hey, okay.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On third and long, it's Mahomes. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Get out of here. Okay, Joseph undercut it. Interesting.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we hit halftime with... And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Jake Mack's going to get the ball right away.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Jerick McKinnon now to return. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
Right.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards.
Have himself a fucking game.
And able to break one tackle.
Why did Russell Wilson keep the ball though?
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Some good strong
That wasn't
running
meant to be
right
a
there.
keeper.
Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Dropped. If I don't get it.
On the ground, McCaffrey slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week,
I'm
he
4
ran
down.
pretty
I'm
much
going for
wild,
all of
didn't he?
those.
Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting.
And he'll get into the
It's a
end
late
zone.
hit, Dick.
Touchdown, Minnesota. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On second down, here's Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
And when you don't pick up the necessary yardage in that situation, sometimes it starts to put a little doubt in the play caller's mind about what he's going to run on the next play. Because most of them, they thought they were going to pick it up right then and there. Now they've got to adjust what they're doing, adjust what they're thinking, and maybe they go away from what they originally thought.
And he's going to have
That play was dead.
About the
It was
38.
real dead.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet.
He lost the football.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh, my God.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Get up, scoop, and go.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern.
Wildcat.
And in this situation,
Jerry
what the
McKinnon's a
quarterback
wildcat
has to do,
quarterback. That's actually
act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
This is McCaffrey. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Linebacker got there.
Well, no matter how they phrase it,
Randall
staying on
McCaffrey,
schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it,
scrape, and
7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Shoot the hole.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, put your shoulder down and get in there.
Sets him up first and goal.
Put your head down and get in there. Come on, buddy. Draw plays are probably a bad idea, but we'll see.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now it's Wilson. Rolling. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on
Every
the
receiver's
afternoon.
got one.
And the Vikings capitalize on the
AV
short field as they take it in for 6.
Thielen has one in the, across the middle.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will extend this big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away.
No, he has 4. He has 4. So all 3 of the receivers plus the tight end.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it.
He's got it.
But it's now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Quick hitter, deep. Let's go. I want to give McCaffrey a touchdown, but we'll see.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down the net before he reaches the 34. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 42 yards. On 1st down, Wilson lets it fly for Thielen, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Let's go.
Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And they get 14 yards there at a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He's going to sling this deep down, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage. They've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going deep. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. That one goes for 36 yards. And now he'll tuck it and run.
What do you mean? Why are you keeping the ball? Hand it off.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now
Jesus
2nd
Christ,
down.
hand off the ball. Like,
Well,
am I pushing the speed button too quick or something? Like, what is happening here? What are we doing?
He's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Woo, good hit.
Good hit, boy. Here for a good little
Good
gain.
shit. Like it.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter.
Breather for these guys.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout.
No.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And they are
Get off me. Wilson with a rushing touchdown.
Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. From the shotgun, Wilson dancing to his left. And he's going to go down.
Didn't get it.
Just outside
Whoops.
of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
My kicker's perfectly fine. Jake Elliott perfectly fine. Hit that ball all the way into the end line. I don't like you fucks. You fucking went for fucking big field goal on me.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he'll have to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a 1st down?
Well, that's the deal. On 3rd down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable 3rd down receiver, You've got to be
Don't
willing
run a
to
fake
absorb those
play on
types
me.
of hits and make those sort of plays.
Don't run a fake play on me. I'm gonna just go deep every single play.
Offensive
Every play I'm trying to hit a
explosion help
touchdown.
leading them to victory.
Every
And
single play I'm trying to
the
hit a home run.
defensive guys, they're just
Do
saying,
not
hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep
try to
winning.
fake me out
They
ever.
will gratefully accept them, won't they?
Let this
It
be a
makes their
statement for
job
that.
that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style
5
and a different
TDs.
flow.
400 yards. The dude threw for 76
So for the
yards.
Vikings, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one.
That's it on the week, guys. That game was annoying. Good win, but I mean, obviously annoyed about the fact that he tried to fake me out, and he got it. Actually, he you know, Jake Elliott, you're gonna get some. You can get some accuracy boost. Your accuracy is not good. Awareness. Christian McCaffrey. Can we get him to 90? Oof. 90. Carrying, catching, losing this. You did lose the ball once. You know. John Johnson, he's the safety, man. Yeah, play him run support, that's fine. Tackle +4. This man is a Terminator in the back. There we go. Alright, we're good. We're good on the upgrades. L. Woods. He's cleared. Nope. Start Lutalele. He's going to start. I'm not risking anything. Weekly awards. Defense and offensive player of the week. 10 rush yards, 1 TD, 1 fumble. 14 of 16, 353, 5 TDs. Threw a pick and got sacked once. John Johnson, 4 tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery, and 1 pick 6. Tevin Smith and Drew Brees. Hey, it's a good week. So that's it on the week, guys. Thank you guys for watching as usual. Don't forget to like and subscribe. More of these games will be coming out for sure. We'll play the Bears next week. Yeah, and then it's the playoffs. We only got, from what it looks like, playoffs. So playing the Bears. We're not playing wild card. We're playing division, conference. So 1, 2, 3, 4 games before we wrap the season up. And by all signs, it looks like we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to be going to Atlanta, so we'll see who we play. But in any case, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you back in the next episode.